What up?
Hi.
Okay. When I was a kid, like, I don't even know how little, maybe like 7. I don't know why, that's just kind of my guess. I have this very distinct memory of being at like some crappy buffet restaurant with my family, and I saw the server from like across the room
Mm-hmm.
like sneeze into her arm. You know that move where you like
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it looks like if you had a cape on, it looks like you're about to cover your, like you're about to sneak into your cape, but there is no cape. It's just you and your arm.
Yep.
You cover, you L, whatever. How else would you describe that? I feel like
elbow sneeze.
the inner elbow sneeze.
Yeah.
The kiss your arm, you love yourself sneeze, right? So I saw that, and I seriously thought that was the classiest thing I'd ever seen. I was clearly raised in a fucking barn. I was clearly raised by wolves when
Wow, how respectful.
sneezing into your disgusting shirt, just keeping your sneeze with you at all costs was some classy shit. Do you have any memory of like anything where you're like, man, that's some classy adult shit, and then you're like, no, all wrong. I'm gonna go into adulthood all wrong.
I can't think of any.
Well, weren't you a discerning child?
Was I? I don't know that I was.
Well, if you don't have any memory of being like, well, that was a fucked up child thought, adulthood is nothing like I expected. Okay, so maybe that was the seed. Maybe that was the inception of me being like, I need to be a career waitress. Maybe it's like, this is how I can tap into being classy. Because that just, I don't know.
One day I can sneeze into my arm.
In front of children. That is so silly. Okay, let me take a sip. So I was telling you my job story, kind of like my job history. I don't think I went into 100% of it, but I definitely gave you kind of like a rundown. And for a while there, I really wanted to be a waitress so bad, but I was having problems, like maybe like stage fright or something. I don't know, but I still like, I don't know, I had a child spirit. I was like, I'm doing this. I don't know. I was not quitting. So I became a waitress, and I actually love that. It's hard to say it out loud. I love being a waitress. Should I be embarrassed? Should I feel ashamed?
No.
I fucking love it. I'll marry it.
Some people are good at things that other people don't like to do.
If you have a job out there, someone call me. Anyway, so I love being a waitress, but I've mentioned in past chit chats that like spelling, it's so bad. My spelling and grammar, I have a learning disorder. I mean, it's on that level. It's really like that. That's fine. I accept, just embrace who you are, people. Okay. So the way I filter words, the way things are probably supposed to be pronounced, like all these things, it's all chaos in my mind. It's amazing that I'm even talking right now. Okay. So I had this job, which was a great job. And they served like wine and like fancy food, and they had like a full bar, and I don't drink, so I don't know any of the like liquor's name. I don't know like wine names. Like, I don't know anything. So it's completely like someone's talking in a foreign language that is not a romantic language, like a deeply foreign language with a thick accent, where they're talking so fast, I'm like, I don't know what you just said. But as a waitress, you're not really supposed to be like a hillbilly when someone's ordering like expensive drinks. Hang on. Okay, so I have this very solid memory in my mind. At my last waiting tables job, this table ordered a liquor, like I don't know if it was like a liqueur or an actual, like, a shot. I don't know. They ordered some sort of liquor. And it was at dinner. It was like the fancy fucking time. Like, they were probably paying like $100 for like 2 people's meal. Like, it's not cheap. At least not in my classy mind. Not in my... At a place like this, you don't sneeze into your arm. Okay. You take it outside. Okay. So the person... This is so traumatic. I can't even remember if it was a man or a woman. Or a horse. Okay. Somebody said to me, they ordered this liquor. So I'm thinking, we don't know what they said. We're going to wing it, right? So I quickly scribbled down the phonetic guess of what they said, right? Like, imagine somebody came up to you right now and they spoke, I don't know, like Japanese, right? They just said it like a long Japanese word with lots of syllables, right? And now you have to go tell the bartender what you have to repeat that. You've never heard this word in your entire life. It's not, doesn't even sound like English, right?
Do you remember what it was?
No! What the hell? So I wrote down this guess, I don't know, and I go up to the bartender, who was awesome. I could go on tangents. I like this bartender a lot. This bartender, side note, I will go on a tangent. Let me take a sip. This bartender had this catchphrase where when people would like sit at the bar but like waiting on their table, and he'd be like whining and dining them with like stories and jokes, he would like, I have this very fun memory of him like shaking a what do you call that, like mixing a drink or whatever, and as he'd be like in this zone where he'd be like mixing. Can you imagine? Like some happy guy mixing, and he would just be like, yeah, whenever I do yoga in the morning, I try to think about what the drink special of the day is, I don't know, gonna be. I don't know. I thought that was very grand.
An inspired bartender.
Yeah, like when he's in the zone, he's thinking about you, customer. He's thinking about your palate, what you may like. He's never met you, but he's in the zone. So I like this guy a lot. Okay. So I go up to this guy, and I'm like, in this like semi-calm, semi-completely panicked voice, where I'm like quietly whispering like, okay, they asked for, and then I read like syllable by syllable like what the fuck I wrote down, and the look of disgust, the look of like, get the hell out, like he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, like, I don't know. And he was the manager too. He was the manager and the bartender at the same time. It wasn't a good look on me. So I will never forget that day. Fortunately, he was he able to translate? It took him a minute, and it didn't seem like he was taking a minute out of spite, out of like, fuck you and you're awful, like you need to, I don't know, take a class. Like, it wasn't, it was like he was struggling, and he named some things, and I was like, yeah, right? I was like, we'll go with that last one you just said. It's so bad. I mean, so all you people who are about to hire me right now because I love waitress thing, that's only happened, I mean, that was the most extreme of the times. It's probably, I mean, I've always written down a guess of what they've said and then had to kind of work it out at the screen later. It's like, this button sounds about right. But this was the time that I was like, I have no idea even where to look for this button, because I was like, whatever they said, like, I knew 100% that I did not have the beginning letter right. Like, it was so far off. I knew it in my heart. I was like, I can't even look on the menu, like on the screen, for a button to order this, because I have no idea what the word starts with. It's like if you were like, hi, my name's Frank, and I was like, did you say bank or dank or crank? Like, I can't write down your name. Like, I don't know what you just said. And well, crank and dank and bank, I mean, that's pretty fucking close. That shit rhymes. What I was doing did not rhyme. It would not have been like a slant rhyme. Could not have been a rapper with that song. No poems for that alcohol. So I'm thinking about getting a job. Just kidding. All right. What else?
I don't know.
You really don't have a single memory of like adults
I wish I was
just
more
keeping it
of a
real, and you're
storyteller.
like, this is true adultism. And then as you get an adult, you're like, not so much. No. Peace.